What's going on YouTube? This is going to be one of those videos that I stream and then I, record and put back up on YouTube for the general public later. We're going to be reacting to Beautiful Thugger Girls though. And the reason we're reacting to Beautiful Thugger Girls is because it was a donation goal. Right now you can see because the internet is the next goal. So as soon as this hits $100, I'll be doing that video as well. And I really appreciate all of the people who have been supporting the live stream so far and helping us to reach these goals. And get this awesome content out on the channel for you guys. And one of the reasons I like doing it this way so much is because you guys vote for what the next goal is, and you guys are the ones that get us there. So I'm only putting out the videos that you really want to see, which is better, because I would hate to put some work into a video, put it out there, and no one really wants to see it. So this is just the way I've been preferring to do things recently. But we're gonna be jumping into this Young Thug album, and I honestly, if I've heard any of the songs off this album, I mean, I don't remember them. Genuinely, I became a Young Thug fan kind of late, I guess. It was around the same time that I started getting into guys like Travis Scott, Future, and really creating an appreciation for their sound and for their music. And that happened pretty late in my life, unfortunately. So I missed albums like Jeffrey. I missed albums like Beautiful Thugger Girls, Barter 6. So I can go back and listen to all of those if you want me to. But yeah, we're gonna be jumping into this album. I'm really excited. So I know that you guys are too. The chat's been pretty active for a reaction video, and I enjoy that. So guys in the chat, please feel free to let me know your thoughts on the songs, and yeah, just let me know if I missed anything, if I missed a lyric or anything that you find particularly cool. Just let me know. With that said, guys, I mean, if you want to support the channel and you're watching this afterwards on YouTube, you can try and become a patron. You can subscribe, like the video, etc. Let me pull up this album and we'll just get started. Let's jump into it, man. The first track is Family Don't Matter, featuring Millie Go Lightly. I love the yeehaw. That's so funny. Little tambourine? Oh! Hey! I love these guitars. The drum bounce is nuts. He mixes genres so well in this album. Yeah, I can hear that. That's awesome. Hey, let's go, man. I love this little breakdown right here with the guitars and the choirs in the background. That's so sweet, man. Oh, that's sweet too. Man, that was crazy.
My heart's so cold, I need an icebox.
So that's track one. That's beautiful, man. There's a lot of different genres going on there. I like the kind of folk music vibe that we get when that guitar comes in, right? It seems like everyone's sitting around a campfire. You can hear a tambourine. It just really is like a feel-good, warm moment where it feels like everything is just so intimate. We've got like the choir sounds in the background. It really seems like Young Thug is just singing around a campfire, in the middle of the woods somewhere. And and then the drums come in and we get that typical, trap kind of vibe that we get from Young Thug that we're used to and that we know and love. But it works, man, and it works way better than you would expect. So I think that was refreshing. It was interesting. It was compelling, and I love the Millie Go Lightly feature. So I think that was really well done, man. A little on the longer side, but I'm not mad at that as an intro. That's really good, really really cool. Track 2 is Tomorrow Til Infinity. Weird, man. I like it. This kick is kind of heavy in the mid regions. It sounds a little boxy. There's not too much bass in it. There's not too much oomph to the kick, but it's working for this. The snare kind of sounds a little strange too. The drum sounds are on the weirder side, but weird always works for Young Thug, so. Melody in the background goes nuts. Hey. Energy is great. The bounce is great. I love his performance on this one. You gotta love the way he uses his voice, man. Oh yeah, this little melody in the background too, it's so reverberant. Definitely makes you feel like you're levitating. Yeah, that's a really cool track. I was expecting the Gunna feature to be a little bit more prominent, and for him to actually have a more solid presence on this track. I'm kind of upset that he didn't. But I do enjoy what he did do. That effect that they put on his vocals to make him sound like he's coming through a radio transmission or something like that. His vocals are being transmitted from a faraway place. Kind of adds to that feeling that like I mean, someone said in the chat, and Pat XO said it makes you feel like you're leaving the Earth's atmosphere, and there is that kind of like outer space feeling to this track because of that really reverberant melody going on in the background on a loop. It kind of makes you feel like there's open space above you, right? Like you're kind of floating. And so that effect on Gunna's vocals, that his voice is being transmitted from a faraway place, kind of adds to that a little bit. I think that was really creative on their part, on the the engineer's part who put that effect there. But besides that, the melodies are fire. Young Thug's performance is really cool. I love the way that he uses his voice. He's not afraid to leave all the imperfections in his vocals. He's not afraid to emphasize them and let them shine, right? Every time his voice kind of cracks, every time that some of that raspiness comes out, he makes use of that instead of trying to make himself just sound like a robot, Nav. So the vibe to that one is really cool, man. I like that bounce a lot. That was really cool. She Wanna Party featuring Millie Go Lightly again. Oh, fire. Those little chords in the background go crazy. Yo, Young Thug has a whole lot of range too to his vocals. Like, a lot of people wouldn't consider Young Thug a singer, but he's hitting those notes, man. Those notes are sky high and he's hitting them. So gotta shout out that range. That's talent. My circle small like Cheerio. Oh my god. This man is a poet. The really subtle Millie Go Lightly vocals in the background, right? They're just there to add some seasoning to the track. It's really cool. I also like that Young Thug, like I said, is hitting those notes, but he's also doing another take where he's singing the same notes an octave lower. It kind of adds some depth to his sound. Yeah, lots of vocal layering, harmonies, multiple takes. Yep. So again, we have a case of the feature having a really understated part in this track, right? Millie is relegated to background vocals and ad-libs, and I'm not mad at that. I think that, the track is at a decent length already. If they were to add a verse for her onto this, it kind of would have ended up on the longer side. So I like that she's just there to add that little extra bit of spice to this track, right? That extra sweetness on top of Young Thug's vocals. She's hitting those insane notes an octave above him. Like, if he's already impressive, imagine the notes that she's hitting. So this is a really creative track. This is a very catchy, bubbly, fun song. And this is the third one out of 3 tracks to make it onto my Patreon playlist. So if you want access to that playlist, all the patrons get access to it, even the ones in the $1 tier. That's like almost 2,000 songs on there. Gotta plug that really quick too. I really appreciate those patrons, man, for supporting the channel. But yeah, man, the drums are hitting, they're bouncy, the little melodies are just, like I said, the visuals that I get in my head when I hear this is like a ball pit. It's just super colorful. It gives you that feeling of being a kid again. It kind of gives you that youthful, I'm just having fun kind of a vibe, and that's kind of what I get from this track. So that's really cool. I really enjoy that from Young Thug, and it's surprising, it's not what we expect from him, and I think that he is, like Pat said, a goat at surprising us. He's constantly innovating, and I love that about him. Daddy's Birthday is next. You guys have hyped this one up for me, so I'm hoping that this is fire. I pray my daughter never ever experience no train. I told her Colgate, brand new Rari, Smith & Wesson. Hey. Oh, doom 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 doom. That little melody on that little Rhodes keys, dude. Oh, let's go, little R&B vibe. Run that back. Let's hear this from the top, man. This is so chill. You're right, Dirty Dan. I don't think I've ever heard somebody sing so beautifully about a camel toe, dude. Can you react to Barter 6? Yeah, if this does well, man. Run up the views on this video when it drops on YouTube and I'll do Barter 6. I'm in love with these Rhodes, man. The keys on this are so beautiful. That song did not disappoint. You guys were hyping it up. I thought it was going to be more energetic, but the fact that it was so chill kind of made it better. It kind of came out of left field. It was surprising. It was innovative again. You know, I think that those keys really make it. They're the ones that really hold us down in that chill kind of lane, right? Because they're so low key. The keys are low key. That's so stupid, but they're so understated. They're so subtle, right? The little melody that they play is catchy. It's gonna get stuck in your head, but they're also not super high pitched. They're just perfectly in the background, setting the base for the rest of the drums to come in. And you know, the drums are kind of energetic, right? If you just take the drums off of those keys, they're energetic drums. They're kind of like faster paced, bouncy drums. Yeah, and if you just take Young Thug's verse paired with those drums, it kind of gets more and more energetic. And so it really is those keys that hold us into that chill, laid back kind of vibe. And I think that that's awesome. I think that that contrast is really cool. I think that Young Thug knew what to do to really utilize those keys and not overpower them, and you know, not feel out of place on a song so relaxing, I guess. That is a fire track, and that's 4 for 4 so far, making it onto my playlist, which is crazy. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest, that I was gonna enjoy this much. Is that like 5 different vibes? 5 tracks, 5 vibes? That's crazy. Run this back. Look at this, man. That's so impressive. Bass is kind of hard, man. Oh, this vibe is so bouncy. It's work on my face all day. Like I said, this man is a poet. Look at the flow. Young Thug is the GOAT, man. He's really so versatile, man. Nornapso's right. I think he did have like a bunch of different flows on that track, which is crazy. He's really showing off his versatility. He's really showing off, you know, how agile he is, his vocal range, his skills as a, you know, as a lyricist. I mean, he's not the most poetic, but you know, some of the things he says are really clever. And it really feels like this is exactly what was missing from Rod Wave's album. This is the sort of experimental, like jumping into different lanes and you know, showing off the versatility that I feel was missing from Rod Wave's album, right? Rod Wave had 19 tracks that all sounded extremely similar. And so that album could have been so much better if he had taken some pointers from Thug here, right? Taking some notes on what Thug did here. I think this is the 5th different lane that Young Thug just jumped into in 5 tracks. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate the effort, you know, and the talent and the skill that takes. And there's no Young Thug slander allowed on this channel ever. You know, just don't even try it. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as well, man, because this is way better than what I was expecting, to be honest. I was expecting, since this is a little bit older, I was expecting this to sound outdated, and it doesn't, man. It's crazy. Relationship featuring Future. Now, this title looks familiar, so I might have heard this one, but I honestly, I cannot for the life of me remember what it sounds like. So it'll probably come back to me as I listen to it, but we're going to play this all the way through. Wow. Yo, this is giving me some like early 2000s pop vibes, man. That's crazy. Run this back. That little flute lead. Do, 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 do. That's so fire, man. That's a very nostalgic sound. And Future is an underrated singer too. Look at this. He's singing right now. Yo, that kick is hitting, man. They're just handing it off to each other so easily. He's just always so surprising, man. I can't stop smiling, man. My cheeks hurt. It's crazy. Yeah, man. That's a fantastic track. That might be one of the better features off of this project so far. It's a super nostalgic track, man. I have heard that before, but that was so long ago that you know, it only really came back to me once the beat dropped. But that's such a great sound. It does remind me of that kind of early to mid 2000s pop kind of vibe, and Young Thug and Future just passing the verses off to one another so smoothly. Their chemistry on this is so great. Their performances are awesome. The melodies that they sing are great. The flows, all the rhythm, like just everything about this, the energy. It's so much charisma. It's so, happy. It's so reminiscent and nostalgic all at the same time that you really just can't help but smile all the way through it. And that's been kind of the case with a lot of these songs. Like I said, my cheeks hurt from how much I'm smiling because I'm just so happy listening to this music. So when music has that effect on you, I mean, you really just, there's, what else can you say, So that's a great song. I think every track so far has made it onto my playlist, which is unheard of. So this is not at all what I was expecting. You Said featuring Quavo. This one's almost 7 minutes long. Let's see. The bouncy guitar melodies kind of help. I don't know why I doubted Young Thug. Suck on her toes? Young Thug is freaky, bro. She'd rather have my dick than a watch. This man is a poet. The slowed down version of the guitar melody is insane. This is back when a Quavo feature actually meant something, That was really satisfying. I don't know if you guys heard that, but a car outside just honked his horn, and it was in tune with this track. Super satisfying. Didn't even disrupt the track. It kind of fit. Yo, there's humming going on too. Every time that there's a downbeat, it's like, it's so cool, man. It's very, very spiritual almost, Yeah, I must get the one negative thing that I have to say about this out of the way first. I do think it runs a little long. Once we hit that 5-minute mark, it didn't really feel like there was anything left to say. And I mean, that's emphasized by the fact that most of that last minute and a half is just the chorus being repeated. So I would have appreciated it if this were just a little bit shorter. But with that said, man, Quavo really killed his feature on this one. The production is super wavy. It's super easy to get kind of lost in this and daydream a little bit. Young Thug constantly bringing, new flows, impressive vocal performances, showing off his range, really utilizing everything that he can, all the tools that he has at his disposal to create the most interesting sounding track with, that one voice that he has. He really uses it as a tool, as like a production element to increase, our levels of enjoyment throughout different parts of the track. I mean, he can have a beat on a loop and create sections in that track, even though the beat is just on a loop, by using his vocal performance. And that's just super impressive. I love the way that he did that on this one. Like I said, those hums really sound kind of spiritual. There are some sort of traditional kind of vibes with this, There's just something about it that it's tough to put in words, but I like this track. I do. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely worth going on the playlist as well, man, because like I said, they both killed their performances. Let's go on to On Fire. The perk sounds are very interesting. Yeah, his vocals are kind of carrying right now. I'm gonna be real right now. I think this is gonna be the first track not to make it onto my playlist, which isn't a bad thing because look how far into the album we are. But yeah, it's really laid back. It's really relaxing. I like his vocals, and his vocals are what's carrying this track for me right now. But the production is, it's just cool. It's nothing too special in my opinion. I do like the percussion sounds that they layered with the claps. On every third, on every third beat, yeah. But there's just nothing that's really feeling like it's gonna make me come back to this song specifically. So I'm pretty sure On Fire is the one that we just heard. Yeah, the production, I need a little bit more from the production on that track for it to really hold my attention and for it to really you know, keep me interested. But I think Young Thug's vocals kind of carried that last track. It just really wasn't doing it for me that much though. So I think that that might be like the one skip on this album so far, if I'm being honest, man. Unfortunately, but you know, it's not bad. It's just it's after such a solid run, it's just not really doing it for me. So track 9 is Get High. Let's get it.
Got her brand new ass. Get a password. 420, roll up 2.5. Way too strong, don't remember me.
Round on that Snoop DeVille and my gas tank is on full. Stack goods, then backwoods, we caught up. We on that G shit, nigga, we lit and I'm seasick for real.
Here, Jax, going fast, getting tonsils on the airway. Smoking on that, I don't fuck with vapors, but I'm high. Got a bad bitch, I know she buy.
Yeah, that one was chill, man. I like Snoop Dogg's feature. I like what Young Thug did on there. I could have done without Lil Durk, to be honest, though. I didn't feel like he was super impressive or memorable at all on this track. But this isn't bad. You know, I don't have much to say about it. I'm a little indifferent about this one. Maybe it'll grow on me, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I'ma make sure lil' mama feel it. I fuck that bitch good, I don't tease her. Nigga, that why she not leaving. And you know that I smoke on that kush, no Khalifa. You know who you will, little baby, stop playing, darling. You know who you will. You know who you will.
I like those melodies, man. The muffled, reverberant melodies in the background, the chords, they sound really cool. Yeah, I'm not mad at that track either, man. That's again, really laid back kind of a vibe. Definitely more of the relaxing sort of track. I like that he left a lot of these similar sounding tracks towards the end. It keeps the album sounding a little bit more consistent. Very easy to drift off to, very easy to zone out to. You know, I actually found myself kind of zoning out halfway through it. I like that one though. I like that one a lot, man. I can understand why that would be your favorite song, Giovanni. This is another one of those campfire track songs, man.
I just spent 10 rest. I wanna know. Tell me, little baby. I wanna know. I got a show. Fuck my show. You my show. I got them rats. I was just buying. You was just looking. I bought the diamonds. Now she just smiling. She thinks she took it.
Oh, this is cool, man. The chat even got less active, man, because of how laid back the songs are becoming. It's really cool. This kind of gives me almost like a Hawaii vibe towards the end, like a sunset in Hawaii sort of a vibe. Just super chill guitar, just singing and kind of vibing. Like that's a really great song. I don't know how Travis Scott would fit on a song like that, man. I really want to hear that collab from them. But that is about as good as it gets from a Young Thug, you know, laid back folk music kind of a track. That really is about as good as it gets. I really like that one. That one made it back onto my playlist. That's the first one in like the last 3 or 4 that made it onto my playlist again. So we're back on track. Next track is Oh Yeah. Yeah, I'll listen to the trap feature on stream. Stick around, I'll listen to it once we're over with the album. That's definitely you know, very smooth, laid back, relaxing sort of a song. And I'm trying not to be biased towards it because that's normally not the sort of a song that I like to listen to live on stream. You know, it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of takes everybody's energy, you know, way back down. So it's not a bad song. I just don't know that it's good enough compared to some of these other songs on this album. I don't know if it was really, you know, fire enough to put on here, onto the track list. I'm not really feeling that one, man. Sometimes you just don't really vibe with a track. There's not really a specific reason, I think. It's just, I'm just not feeling it. Second to last track is For Y'all featuring Jock. Let's go. I didn't write this song, I just went read it. I dropped the vet off exposed. Just know you owe me everything, Walla.
about. Tell you I risked it all, just from that
I like this bounce a lot. I like these guitars a lot.
I got roses for my darling, no.
Man, you know, the energy is kind of rising again towards the end of this project, and I really like it. This is definitely like a party track. It gives me, you know, summertime vibes, really bright, vibrant horns. The Jacques vocals in the background are awesome. He really killed his performance. And Young Thug, you know, just came with the energy during his performance. The beat is super bouncy. We're getting back to that original fun sort of vibe that we started off on, and I really like that. The last track is Take Care, but I'm going to listen to Me or Us featuring Travis Scott after this, so stick around.
Sex and no drugs, oh yeah, yeah. Leave a little more right. Yeah, G-Fire, right, bye. Make some more jealous, they ain't coming no stream in the jean rock.
I don't know how I feel about those hats. Okay, yeah, no, I like it. This is fire.
Ready for war like a Spartan. You can't block me like a Martian. My bro got a
The
sound like a
stomps.
marker. Take care, alright. Yeah, G-Fire, right, bye.
That's a great song. Let me just pull up YouTube here and look up for Me or Us featuring Travis Scott. Oh man, yeah, that's, in my opinion, that's his best album too, man. Oh my god, that's such an enjoyable project. The versatility, you know, how different every single song is and how creative he was all throughout this project. I'll just listen to this one last song and then we'll finish up the stream.
Take on your flavor, yeah. Fuck on your daughter.
Travis in the background is awesome.
I got them rats, how was it bad? You was there looking.
This is one of the songs that make you levitate, man.
She know she hit me when she go. I push that button like she know.
That's fantastic, dude. That is so good. That is really good, man. I didn't even want to talk over it. The Travis feature was awesome. I love that they added so much reverb and they made his vocals, you know, so far into the background. Definitely wish that they would have kept that version on the project, you know. But in any case, I love this album. I had a blast listening to it for the first time, and I don't think I need to listen to it again to come to the conclusion that it's Thug's best album. I do think that this might be my favorite Young Thug album. I really do. I had so much fun listening to it. It was a masterclass in versatility and creativity and, you know, flows, melody, just in general. He was on 10 every single time. I think there was one track that I didn't really enjoy, which was, I think it was On Fire. I think that might have been the only skip, so this album is damn near perfect, man. Like, it's really close. I would definitely give this like an 8.5, maybe a 9 off my first listen. Like, it was really fun to listen to. I'm just like, you know, it's one of those projects that are kind of mesmerizing. You put it on and you lose yourself, you know, listening to it. It takes you through so many highs and lows. The energy, like I said, it rises and falls, right? There's some really crazy, fun party tracks and some super laid-back, folksy, you know, campfire songs that are, you know, great to lay back and relax to. So I just love how versatile Young Thug was with this one. He did a great job. Shout out to everybody who donated to the channel so that we could hit this goal and finally make this video. I really appreciate you guys for all the support that you've shown for the channel. If you enjoyed this video, drop that like, share it with somebody. Let's try and hit 20K before the end of the year, man. I'm almost there. Thank you everybody who showed up to today's stream as well. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna be recording that Brockhampton reaction tonight. The general public will probably have access to that sometime next week. If you want to watch it before the weekend, this weekend, ad-free, be sure to join the Patreon. Really appreciate you guys, man. Thank you all so much. I will see you guys in another video or another stream very soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.
know.